Yeah, I expected a tough match, and it was a tough one. I definitely feel like I didn't play my best most of the match, but competed when it counted and raised my level at some big points at 5-all in both sets. I played a bit better, so I'm proud of that.
How did you feel about the way the match went? First set in, was it a surprise, or did you see the ball out?
Oh, I thought it was out, yeah, but you never know with the challenge system, so I was ready for anything, and you know, even if it was in, no big deal, just go one more point, 1 point at a time, that type of thing.
When you say you didn't play well, what does that mean exactly?
I felt like I was a bit inconsistent. I didn't take the ball as early as I like to, and she was definitely trying to be the one in control. So I felt myself more on defense more often than I'd like to be. So, at least I realized this during the match and tried to make, later in the second set, tried to make some adjustments. And but it's important for me to kind of start the match that way. But the first match of a tournament, especially a Grand Slam, is always a bit nervy. So I think there was a bit of nervous tennis out there.
After Paris, you said that grass is probably your favorite surface, and coming into the tournament, you didn't have a lot of matches under your belt. How do you feel you are prepared for a Grand Slam on grass?
Yeah, I played one match, but I got a lot of practice in, and I had a few good practice weeks on grass, so I've been feeling good with my game. I feel like, getting better every day, so that's the most important thing. Grass is such a short season, so I'm just going to try to make the most of it in every single match, and it's definitely tough to adjust, but, I feel like, I've adjusted pretty well.
You've drawn your share of attention in the build-up to this tournament for good reasons, but do you feel pressure at this point? As I said, there's quite a bit of spotlight on you.
I do. I feel more eyes on me for sure, and expectation to win more matches and being higher ranked than most opponents most of the time. There's that expectation to win, but I really try to not focus on it. There's so much that's said around me that I try to ignore most of it and focus on my game. That's the most important thing. Try to play as well as I can and try to improve. So hopefully my next match I'll try to improve from this one. But I'm proud of the way I fought. It's a tough opponent in the first round. It was a really tough match.
Was the crowd perhaps a little bit more subdued than you would have expected?
Well, it's Wimbledon. Everyone's really classy here, and that's what we expect at Wimbledon. So it's nice.
The reason I ask is you didn't appear to have many of the sort of little toys
thrown on at the end. I mean, did you have any today?
I got some actually after my practice this morning, so that was pretty motivating. I got Cinderella as well, so I got a person. I like to think that's me. Someone gave me, because I'm a princess. But I saw a few flags and single members of Genie Army, but it's Wimbledon, so we're a little bit more subdued here, and it's the tradition, and I like that.
Would you like it to build through the week, presumably?
Of course. Hopefully every match it builds, but any support I get, I appreciate. But besides that, I'm zoned in on the court, and I really don't notice much around me. Only after do I notice, some people in the crowd and things like that. Really during the match, I'm really just focused on the court.
You remember the last time you played this court?
Yes. Walking out was really special, and I had flashbacks from my junior final 2 years ago. Obviously, when the match started, I forgot about that and focused on the match, but walking out was really cool.
Any other questions?
Your next opponent could be, we don't know who. No, it's just like Solver Espinosa is at 4-2, it's at 4-2. What do you know about her?
I didn't even know who I played, actually. So I played her once last year on clay, and so that's a bit irrelevant probably. I know she's feisty on the court. She'll fight a lot, but I'll fight too. So it'll just be a battle. I'm going to look to kind of cut the ball off a little bit more in my matches and go for it a little bit more.
Eugene, I'm sure you'll tell me you're just focusing on one game at a time, but are you, in the back of your mind, are you aware that you're kind of moving towards this fourth round meeting with Serena Williams?
Well, it's really not on my mind at all, and it's cliche to say it, but it's really important to focus on one match at a time. You know, if I don't win my second round, I'm not going to be in a fourth round. So, to me, there's 0 point in looking further ahead than my next match, and that's what I did coming into this first round. And you know, that's when I feel like I'm the most focused. So I really don't worry about it.
How would you? What's the simple difference between what you played, the kind of tennis you played, how you thought about it on clay just a couple of weeks ago, and the tennis you're playing now on grass?
Yeah, well, you know, I even on clay, I try to be aggressive, and you know, I think I can move forward in the court even more than I did today. So that's the goal on grass, a little bit more. Probably step in a bit more on the returns as well. So those two things I could have done better, and help me on grass more, I think. But you know, regardless of the surface, they're different, of course. But at the end of the day, it's still about me playing my game and you know, hitting my shots and trying to be as good as I can. You know, the surface is different, but at the end of the day, it's still about me and my opponent.
Who did you have the best practice session with leading into the tournament? You played with a couple of pretty good women players.
I guess Vika was probably the best one. She brings intensity to the practice, and you know, I do as well, so it was good.